I went through 1000 Dynamax Adventures in Pokemon Shield. And prior to this, I had ever only gone through one Dynamax Adventure in my life. And no one asked me to do this. I made this choice. So why did I do this? Well, to put it simply, I have a problem. A shiny hunting problem. I have gone through so many shiny challenges just to find odd-colored creatures that get stuffed into a box to never see the light of day ever again. But you guys seem to like it, so I won't stop. And despite my lack of experience in DAs, I thought it would be fun to see just how many shinies I would find by the end of the challenge. And yeah, this challenge took over 200 hours of my life, but was all of this worth it? You'll see as I enter my first Dynamax Adventure. Going into it, I didn't really know how long one adventure would take, not to mention how to get through each adventure or how they worked. But since this video exists, apparently none of these things stopped me. I selected my rental Pokemon, and so did my teammates, who were NPCs. This whole challenge, I wasn't allowed to have help from human teammates. And if you're familiar with Dynamax Adventures, you'd already know that these guys suck. Entering the cavern, we're immediately shown an overview of what we could encounter in the adventure. The Pokemon we can battle, the berries we can eat, and the people standing there menacingly. And at the deepest depths of the cavern stood a legendary Pokemon waiting for us. But before I even had a chance to battle this legendary, I had to defeat a few Dynamax Pokemon standing in our way. First, the team and I encountered a Beware, which was actually pretty easy to defeat. We poisoned the bear, got their health points down to 0, and stood there watching as they exploded. Moving onwards, we approached the next Pokemon. Amoonguss. Compared to the last battle, this fight was a much different story. Maybe it was my lack of experience in DAs, or maybe I was too focused on the fact that Amoonguss sounded like Among Us, but either way, the Amoonguss was destroying us. They knocked out one of the team's Pokemon, and almost took down another. Ow! But we defeated the Sushroom anyway. Oh my gosh, bless up. And was able to move forward with 3 lives remaining. These lives are shared, so if any one of my teammates' Pokemon faint, we all suffer the consequences. Next, we battled a Dynamax Suzumuro. And finally, at the end of the cavern, we reached the legendary. Suicune! And the battle seemed to be going well in our favor. Poison it! Poison it! Poison it! Yes! With the 30% poison chance, a few critical hits, and her health very well in the green, we got Suicune's health more than halfway down. We're gaming! Then everything took a turn. Oh, yeah, I made a mistake here. Shouldn't have rage powdered. Cheer! Go team! Yeah! Oh, it didn't work. Why? They're all getting confused! No! I swear, don't hit yourself. You have like... We can't lose another one. And with Suicune only having this much health left... Who are you hitting? Who are you hitting? Who are you hitting? So in the first DA of the challenge, I failed to defeat the legendary, and we got blasted out of the adventure. But there was a silver lining. The whole reason I'm doing this is because I heard DAs have shiny odds as good as this. And with a shiny charm, it's even better because it becomes this. And since I caught every Pokemon through the adventure, yay! Except for Suicune because, you know. In this case, I had a 3 in 100 chance of a shiny appearing at the end of the DA. They're not even shiny. Okay, there's no longer a silver lining, just misery and despair. But it's okay. 1 DA down, just 999 left to go. Yeah. Welcome to raid number 2. Heading into the second adventure, I reflected on the first DA and would like to say, I am not good at these. Granted, I barely attempted them, but I didn't even think about how I wouldn't know any of the Pokemon's movesets or abilities, let alone which Pokemon even appeared in this game mode. But sucking at something is the first step towards becoming at least kind of okay at it. Not to mention that giving up after only 1 DA would be really sad. Maybe I'll do better in the next adventure. And reaching Suicune again, this time, yes! Yes! With 1 life remaining and all my teammates' health bars were hanging by a thread, it's still alive. That's like a sliver of health. We somehow managed to beat it. I was able to catch the Suicune and had a chance for it to shine. Get in here. Regular Munchlax.
So flat. Dusclops and oh wow.
So Adventure 2 still didn't give me any shinies, but at least I can say I beat the legendary. Moving onwards, I explored a few more adventures, but all ended up with the same results. No shinies. But during this time, I did see a few Pokemon that I would love to have shine. Vikavolt, Linoone, the other one too, Obstagoon, and my favorite Pokemon, any of these Pokemon would be great to have as shinies, and my goal is to find at least one of them by the time the challenge ends.
Oh, wait. Tyrantrum. Look at him. He's beautiful. Kill it. No, it's not shiny.
But when it came to legendary shiny hunts, I wanted to commit to hunting Suicune, and nothing's gonna change my mind.
If I run out of space for any more notes. Oh, that's oh, well I accidentally replaced Suicune, that's my bad.
Well, since I lost the path, I decided to target Lugia instead.
Lugia!
Back in 2021, I attempted my first shiny challenge, a shiny only Soul Silver challenge, and that was when I found my first ever shiny legendary. Like, yes! So, having that sentimental attachment to Lugia, I wanted to try finding it again, to create a new memory, as my first shiny legendary in Dynamax Adventures. Alternatively, I could have looked for the Suicune path and put it back in my notes, but with a 1 in 37 chance of finding it again, yeah, I was good with Lugia.
I'm trying to figure out these NPCs' patterns, but I'm not figuring it out at all. I don't want this. Oh, Cadaver's dead. Yeah, we have 1 life left. Team. You really gotta just... The NPC has been totally destroying her run. No, it's okay. It's part of the challenge. Please give me a shiny this time, please. Here, we gotta play Lugia's song. Obama. Sandaconda. Lugia? Okay. At least we got one with Lugia's song. This is life. This is sick, dude. This is awesome. I've never had a shiny Vikavolt. What nature? Impish.
20 DAs into this challenge, and I found my first shiny Pokemon. And ironically enough, Vikavolt was one of my 5 shiny targets I mentioned earlier. Now I've just gotta find an Obstagoon, both Linoone variations, and a Tyrantrum.
Oh wait, is this Tyrantrum? I don't care if it's not good against Lugia, I want it. Wait, this is Rhydon. Rhydon these nuts. I don't want this. I want Tyrantrum.
And at VA number 36, there's obviously still a long way to go to get through the entire challenge, so I really had to start entertaining myself. Apparently by threatening a kangaroo and her child.
Okay, so we target the baby. Get her where she's most vulnerable. Pangoro not shiny. Luxray not shiny. Is this shiny? I don't know. And then Lugia. Let me check this Kangaskhan. It looks a bit weird to me, but I don't know. Oh, it is shiny. Cool. We got a shiny. Yay! I couldn't tell. I'm not gonna lie. The single mother that we threatened.
Now with 2 shinies found, I decided to try exploring new paths again in search for another potential legendary hunt. And this time, I found a good one.
Look at him! Wait, okay. I want to put Giratina in my nose. I do want to hunt this guy. He's cool.
But unfortunately, when I found this legendary, I only had 1 life left.
No one else die. Okay? I'm looking at you, Vespiquen. Vespiquen!
Even though I didn't defeat the Giratina, I was able to save the legendary in my notes and was able to hunt it whenever I'd like. But most of these adventures, I ended up failing to defeat the spooky slug. In fact, Giratina showed me a game mechanic I didn't even know about.
Okay, team, get him. Oh my gosh, why? What? Wait, did we take too many turns? Because no one died. Can you get kicked out for taking too many turns? Really? That's new. Alright, awesome.
But it did sting a bit because Giratina only had a sliver of health left before I was suddenly blasted out. So, since I was struggling so much with the Giratina DAs, it was time I switched back to the Lugia path.
Fracture! Oh, hell yeah. My dwagon. My little dwagon.
And I hope the next adventure would give me another shiny, because... obviously.
This is our shiny. This is our shiny. Ivysaur's normal. Shinx is normal. Wilton's normal. Lugia is not shiny. No shiny on 69. What is the point?
But at Adventure 86, I was given an amazing opportunity. This adventure was full of my shiny targets. Lugia, Linoone, Obstagoon, and Tyrantrum. Okay, well besides the tree, it's a pretty good lineup.
Okay, Lanoon is not shiny. Trevenant not shiny. Look at this guy! Look at him! Oh.
As I approached the 100th adventure, I didn't expect to find any more shinies. I had already found 4 in 86 adventures, but wouldn't you know it, right at adventure 99.
Slow King. Another Vikavolt! Well, Vikavolt round 2.
Well, I somehow got a duplicate shiny in a game mode with this many other Pokemon, but I can still appreciate it.
Now with 5 shinies within 100 DAs, my shiny luck was considerably better than average. But this didn't last, because I had to endure what shiny hunters fear most. The shiny drought.
So, for multiple streams, not a single shiny appeared in front of me. I had a shiny charm, so I had the best odds possible. I caught every Pokemon in sight, except for the legendary sometimes, because sometimes it's just like that. You know, I'm trying my best.
Pangoro, Clefairy. Dude, still nothing? The entire 100s, we have not gotten anything. Where are they? They're hiding. Alright, 189. Togetic. Still nothing. Guys, stop saying only 5 shines. We're gonna get so lucky soon. Don't even worry. We're gonna get like 10 in these next 20. It's not copium.
Until?
No shiny here. No shiny here. No shiny there. Lugia? Oh, yes! Oh my god!
Sorry about my microphone quality. I'm a new streamer. After 11 streams, 30 hours, and 130 adventures, the shiny to end the drought ended up being the Lugia.
Look at this guy, dude!
Well, I'm over it. Into the box you go.
Ignore my tyrants.
By the way, if you're enjoying the video, consider subscribing to the channel. I've also got many other shiny challenges coming up, so they will be uploaded eventually. With my main legendary target found, I had to lock in on a new one. So now, it was time to re-challenge Giratina.
And in contrast to the earlier attempts, something clicked in my head, because I was much more confident in myself and my ability to defeat the legendary slug thingy. Whatever Giratina is. Honestly, I don't know.
And I'm glad I got the hang of it, because if I didn't, I probably would have spent all my time losing each Giratina DA and crying. A lot. So I was able to knock out Giratina more frequently and catch it. However, I still wasn't able to defeat it consistently, especially with my NPC teammates working against me. Ice Beam, freeze it, please freeze it.
Huge. That's actually huge. Mystical Fire, what are you doing? They're throwing! This Clefairy is throwing! Why did you thaw the Giratina? Okay, no, it's fine. We'll reset it anyway. But still, that was a horrible plan. It's frozen again. Stop! Why? So I decided to look for another legendary target just in case I needed to take a break from the Giratina path. And that led me to Entei. And yeah, this is another nostalgic choice for me, but I'm just following my heart, okay? I don't know. Back in 2004 when Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green were the newest thing, you were able to get one of the 3 legendary Johto lions in the game, but this depended on your choice of starter Pokemon. And back then, I devoted myself to always choose the grass-type starter. At least up until Gen 9, because I just really wanted Fuecoco. But at the time, I chose Bulbasaur, and that choice gave me the chance to find Entei. And since I grew up with Pokemon Sapphire, I also thought about adding Kyogre to the rotation. But this legendary DA was way too tough for me. Hit me! Oh, you missed! No! No! Man, Kyogre's tough, dude! This DA was tough because Kyogre had Surf, an attack that hit every Pokemon on the field in a single turn. Not to mention the fact that this usually one-shot the whole team. There were a few ways around this, like bringing a Pokemon with the ability Water Absorb, or better yet, Storm Drain. But among all the rental Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures, only one Pokemon had this ability. So instead, I tried to use a move called Wide Guard. This move would protect the whole team from multi-target attack moves. But setting this up wasn't easy at all because only 5 rental Pokemon in the entire Dynamax Adventure roster knew this move. And I was even unlucky enough to have to rely on the NPCs to bring the Wide Guard Pokemon along with us. Take Mantine. Don't take Mantine. But right before we reached Kyogre, Portia! No! We need Mantine! What the heck? Well, maybe we don't need Wide Guard. I'm nice slashing. Awesome. Wow. Wish we had wide guard now, huh, Noah? 2 crit hits. Everyone's dead. 3 deaths. Turn 1. Turn 1, Noah. Face such a tough opponent. My opponent was Noah. It wasn't even Kyogre. It was all Noah.
I tried other strategies as well, but despite it all, I failed to defeat Kyogre a single time. So yeah, long story short, I decided to not continue the Kyogre hunts. So focusing on the Giratina and Entei paths, I continued to push through more adventures.
Yes, baby Entei versus big Entei. Yay! If Dean takes Seeking, I'm actually going to cry. And then it really validates my feelings towards Dean and that he is a hater and trying to sabotage me. Why? This Dean lore is actually developing and I hate him so much. We're keeping tabs on Dean. Tyrantrum! I don't care anymore. Look at Tyrantrum! Look at him! I love him. Team, come on, we have 1 life left. No! I blame Dean. It's all Dean's fault. I'm going to cry. Oh, yes! We got kicked out, but we got a Celio. I love him. Oh, he's so pink. Oh.
After claiming my 7th shiny Pokemon in the challenge, I had gone through 300 Dynamax Adventures out of 1,000. But my total shiny count was not exceptional at this point of the journey. Finding only 7 shinies after exploring 300 DAs was not great. Theoretically, 100 Dynamax Adventures should yield about 4 shinies if I were to get them right at these given odds. So after 300 adventures, I should yield about 12 total shinies. Again, theoretically. I fell behind when that shiny drought hit me, and I had a lot of catching up to do. Fortunately, another shiny appeared at adventure 312. At least I think so.
Oh, is this shiny? Yes! I'll take it, dude. This one's nice. It's like subtle. Oh, wait. I almost didn't take it.
After almost not claiming the shiny because my thumb was mashing the B button, I found my 8th shiny Pokemon. And continuing to chip away at the Giratina and Entei adventures, after over 70 hours of DAs, I think I was starting to lose my sanity.
I need to show you guys this absolute unit. This is El Wee Wee. Alright, chat. We're at Giratina. Check out this Grimmsnarl, guys. I'm not okay.
And to be honest, probably no sane person would do this challenge in the first place. But to keep any sliver of sanity I might have, I started exploring random legendary paths again. Through these random adventures, I found legendaries including Mewtwo, Tapu Lele, and Azelf.
Dude, Azelf is like, it's seen everything. Look at that blank stare. It has seen all.
But then, I came across one of the most infamous legendary Pokemon in DAs.
Of course.
Since the inclusion of Shiny Locks in Gen 6, at this moment in time, DAs are the only possible way to get a shiny Zygarde in a mainline Pokemon game. However, Zygarde is notoriously one of the most difficult legendaries to beat in Dynamax Adventures. One reason being that Zygarde has an incredibly brutal moveset. Thousand Arrows and Land's Wrath are both moves that attack every opposing Pokemon on the field, and Zygarde can also do this.
What is happening? Oh dear, I'm so scared. Oh, well, we're out of lives now. Wow, Zygarde is intense. That was awesome. Oh, yes! Seismitoad! Oh, hell yeah. I mean, the Seismitoad kept missing all its attacks, but I'm glad that it's shiny.
And after experiencing a Zygarde DA, I decided that was enough exploring and returned to the Giratina pen.
Is this shiny? It is shiny! Hey!
And skipping over to adventure 392,
Yukumuku. No, it's not shiny. No! Yes! Oh man, that's awesome. Release. It's gentle! He's gentle!
And not long after...
Nope. Nope. Oh, yes! Yes!
Yeah, somehow I found 2 legendary shinies back to back in the span of 4 hours.
Oh, the luck is hitting lately, dude! Ooh, baby. It's timid! He's shy. Ooh woo.
But my luck didn't stop at the Entei. At adventure 420, I'm not kidding.
Subtile. Lightbird! Shiny Lightbird! Oh, that's cool. Shiny 13.
And my luck just kept going.
Bulldor! Oh my god! Bulldor! Okay, shiny Audino. Okay, shiny Audino. That's beautiful. I love the purple, dude.
And at this point, I think my game started dying.
What? That was new. That was so weird. Yeah, what the heck? My character gave up. She's like, we've done this for 100 hours. I'm so done. Like, it's supposed to go like, ooh, but she didn't do that. Not shiny. Shiny Crustle. Shiny Crustle. Oh, look at this guy. He's green. Shrek cake.
Now, having gone through this challenge for 100 hours, I was almost halfway done. Almost. And the NPCs continued to make the adventures tougher than they needed to be.
Brain Dance. No. We don't have any Pokemon with the water type attack moves. I'm max flaring because I need to get rid of the rain. I don't know why Excelgor did that.
So with my Magmar Dynamaxed, I max flared, but
Excelgor, stop! Excelgor is literally sabotaging my plan.
and dispersing the rain, believing that Excelgor would not rain dance a third time, Excelgor rain dance a third time. And that's when I realized something about Excelgor's trainer.
Oh my gosh. Dean has Excelgor.
If you haven't noticed, I really hate Dean.
Stop taking selfies, Dean. I've kept tabs since we were within the 100s. It's been 100 hours of figuring out what Dean's f***ing problem is.
There was one adventure where he seemed to be doing well.
It's Eeping. Oh, someone has Haunter. Wait, does Dean have Haunter and he's actually doing well? Is this his redemption arc? Is he redeeming himself? Is he he's finally redeeming himself. Oh my gosh. He's doing it, chat. Dean's actually pulling his weight after so long.
But it turns out that battle was just a fluke, because immediately in the next battle,
Dean, you better not freaking die again.
and as soon as the Haunter recovered,
Quaking. Wait, Dean!
it fainted. Again.
He's trying to redeem himself, and then bam, look what he does. Dies twice immediately in one shot, getting crit hit every time. You know how he makes me feel? Angry.
Pushing through more DAs, since I got the shinies of both Giratina and Entei, it was time to find new legendary targets. So I ended up saving paths for Mewtwo, Raikou, and Lunala. And exploring these 3 new paths, things got kind of crazy.
Not shiny. Not shiny. Shiny Berserker? No shiny Raikou. You know what? I'll take a shiny. I'll take a shiny. I'll take any shiny. Let's go, dude. It's yellow. It's pea-colored kitty. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Oh, let's go. That's awesome. Not shiny. Yes, another Obstagoon. We love him. Shiny Alolan Sandslash. Shiny Alolan, I'll take it. That's awesome. Dude, that's an awesome blue. Look at that. The boy.
Within the span of 23 Dynamax Adventures, I had gotten 4 new shinies. But having gone through one of the luckiest breaks of shinies I've had so far in this challenge, of course the world had to balance that moment out because I was forced to endure yet another shiny drought. And through this drought, I realized something. You know how I hate Dean, right? This guy, and I'm pretty sure he hates me too.
Let's not get Slowking again. Oh my gosh, Dean.
Well, apparently Dean wasn't my only enemy here. There was someone making this challenge even tougher for me, and that was none other than the scientist, Janet.
Janet, you're gonna need a swap, dude. Janet, you're an idiot. You have an Eviolite on your Berserker. We have 1 life left, Janet, and you're going in with a paralyzed, low health Eviolite Berserker. Brutal swing, we're dead. It would have been great, right, Janet, if you had swapped? Right, Janet? Nope. 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 It's all Janet's fault.
I think that montage justifies my resentment, but it only took me recently to realize how much she threw, and it always felt intentional. And Janet basically ran the whole Dynamax Adventure operation.
Freaking Dean is here. Why is he standing next to me? Janet's here too. This is cringe.
Anyway, I went through another 100 adventures without any shinies appearing, so I did whatever I could to distract myself while I was going through a shiny drought.
Mort also has multiple versions of himself inside his mind. Mort has nonchalantly mentioned in passing that his father was a bear. How did that work? This is a bear. Moore's father is a bear, and he is also mouse lemur, which by its size is this small. So how did a bear do the doodly-doo with this? How did Donkey and the whole dragon work? Oh, that's a great question. Eventually, I decided to bring my comfort character to the stream. Everybody, a round of applause for the Big Omelet. I think the Big Omelet is an underrated landmark in our society. We have got to talk about this more.
And not long after the arrival of this iconic meal from Neopets.
Oh, yes! Finally! A shiny Swoobat.
So after 118 DAs without a shiny, I got a Cheeto Bat.
I'll take it, dude. A shiny after the drought. 21 shinies.
And almost defeating 700 total DAs in the challenge, the shiny Swoobat was just the beginning of some insane luck.
Oh, yes! Shiny Absol. Shiny Absol. Shiny Absol. Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know it turned orange like that. It turned Cheeto color. Not shiny. Oh, shiny Alcremie. Oh. That is such a pretty shiny. The cream. Not shiny. Shiny Rotom! Shiny Rotom, yes, dude! We're getting lucky today. Okay, Jigglypuff's dead. It didn't really contribute much anyway. Jigglypuff is here to die. Not shiny. Shiny Jigglypuff? Shiny Jigglypuff. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Green eyes. The Jigglypuff that kept dying during that Mewtwo fight was the shiny. That's so funny. Now I want to play Minecraft. Minecraft's fun. That would be like, oh, shiny. Shiny Klefki. The streak goes on. Shiinotic, why are you rain dancing against an Azumarill? It's gonna use a water type move and get a damage boost, and then I'm gonna cry in the corner, and you're gonna watch me cry in the corner, and you're just gonna laugh. Oh, it's freaking Janet. Not shiny. Shiny Rabombi! I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. Look at that scarf, dude! That deadpan camera shot on the plush was actually phenomenal. Not shiny. Shiny Marowak! Oh, that's so pretty. Look at this. That's such a nice purple. Yay! We got one more life. Shadow Bone. Now we're good. Wait, hit me, hit me, hit me. Oh, we're so good. Oh, Glalie has Ice Body. It's fine. It's fine. It's healing. Not shiny Duraludon. Not shiny Feeble. Shiny Glalie. Shiny Glalie. Shiny Glalie. Oh. Okay, not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Shiny Mewtwo. There's a truck outside, but we got a Mewtwo. Yes. Ignore the beeping. It's getting louder. We got Mewtwo. Mewtwo!
Within the past 50 adventures, I found an unbelievable amount of shinies. And Mewtwo was my 30th throughout the whole challenge.
Maybe it's because I have the omelet.
And correlation isn't causation, but in this case, I'll assume it is. Big Omelet, thank you. And with shiny Mewtwo found, I searched for another legendary to hunt and found a familiar face, Suicune. Rediscovering the legendary I encountered at the very start of the adventure, I saved Suicune in my notes and was once again able to hunt the legendary Pokemon.
I drew this like 4 hours ago. This is me right here. That's me smiling, and this is a shiny Suicune. You can't really tell that it's shiny because I don't have color, but there are some sparkles around it, so I hope that's a giveaway. Okay, not shiny Stoutland. Shiny Sneasel. Okay, we'll take shiny Sneasel. Let's go. 31 shinies. Let me release this guy too. Ignore the Sobbles.
So while going through this 1000 Dynamax Adventure challenge, I was also recording another 10,000 egg challenge on the side. And in retrospect, why did I record 2 long challenges at the same time? No wonder I never upload.
Suicune, this could be us. Please be shiny. Look, I'll even add hearts around it, Suicune. Please. Look how happy I am. That is the worst heart I've ever seen. And Suicune hates me. Not shiny Lanoon. It's fine. I didn't make a drawing for you. If it's fair. Next time, Lanoon. Not shiny Quillfish. Not shiny Bolton. Not shiny Suicune. It didn't like the drawing. That's messed up. What if I make a new one? I'm sorry. I've seen so many Pokemon explode, but there's something about Cherub smiling through that explosion that like hit different. Not shiny. Shiny Manectric! Look at this Manectric! That's cool! Alright, welcome to Adventure 835. Not shiny Sceptile. Not shiny Abihium. Shiny Cofferegus! That's sick! Oh my god, look at that! This is awesome! What a cool shiny!
And with 163 DAs remaining, the end finally felt close. But each DA closer to the end also lowered my chances of getting another shiny. Less DAs means less encounters. In fact, I could end up not finding another shiny at all. I could be hit with another shiny drought. The drought I endured at the beginning of the challenge lasted over 100 adventures. Who's to say it won't happen again? But the only way to know is to keep going.
Janet and Dean are both surrounding me. I'm going to die here. I'm dead. I blame Dean and Janet. We died. Please give me a shiny Suicune. Please. Please. Do the ribbons come out of Suicune's butt?
Tyrantwom!
Shiny Hitmonchan. I wish it was on Tyrantrum, but I will take you. Alright, do we get a shiny? Not shiny Ivysaur? Not shiny Ladoon. Not shiny Charjabug. Yes! 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 My dreams have come true. I'm going to cry. Look at the boy.
Now having found the shiny Suicune, I had a total of 35 shiny Pokemon. And this is way more than I expected starting the challenge.
What number of shinies do you hope to get? I'm just happy with one.
Now let's finish off the rest of the challenge.
To the brown note, I love the brown note. Shiny Pelipper! Did I say? I love the brown note. Shiny Pelipper! We did it! I love it. It's green. Look at this Pelipper. Let me get rid of these freaking Sobble. Get out of here.
And maybe I can squeeze in one more shiny legend? Banana Moon.
Okay, Lash Out. Okay, one more. One more. Oh my gosh. Please. Does anyone have a priority move? I don't have no priority move. Please don't kill us. It had a sliver of hell. It had a sliver of hell. I never thought that I would see the day where we hit 900. Let me change the challenge now. 5,000 Dynamax Adventures. Poke Radar. I've actually never done Poke Radar. If I learn how to do it, I'd be down. Like, if I've never done it before, then I'll do 1,000 of these. This is what happened here. The whole reason I got the DLC was so I could do this 1,000 times. Like, literally. I'm not joking. Shiny Amoonguss. Shiny Amoonguss. We'll take it. Let's go. 37 shinies. Look at this blue guy.
And as I thought, a shiny drought began.
200 hours. Yay. Oh, the shiny drought continues. It's only a minor drought so far. We've only missed like 30, 40. We're chilling. We're vibing. We're almost done. We're cruising. If we don't get any more, it's okay. If we do, that's Pog.
Hoping it would be a short drought, I passed the time by asking some hard-hitting questions.
Do you see me as someone who could be a furry? Are fish considered scalies as well? What about whales? Are they furries? Because they're mammals. I would like a shiny banana moon, please. Do I need to bust out the drawing again? Is that what you want, Lunala? This could be us. I genuinely think that they swapped Psyduck and Golduck's name. Because gold was probably meant for Psyduck because it's like yellow. And Psyduck was probably meant for Golduck because it's got like that gem on it. Shiny Togedemaru? Okay, I'll take it. Shiny Togedemaru.
Yeah, my shiny drought really did end up being a small one.
His back is like a little tan color. That's cute. 38 shinies.
But it didn't stop there, because only a few DAs later...
Not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Shiny Lunala! That is sick! That is awesome! Dude. I'm going to cry. This is actually so cool. Let me get rid of some of these guys. Shiny 39 is Lunala.
And with my 6th shiny legend found, there were less than 50 DAs left to go through. But could I find another shiny legend by the end of this journey? I decided to target Yveltal to see, and...
Not shiny. Shiny Audino again. Abomasnow, Yveltal. Okay, I'll take the shiny Audino.
Well, already having gotten a shiny Audino earlier about halfway through the challenge, I felt this would be a lackluster shiny to end the challenge with. I know my shiny chances are very close to reaching 0, but maybe I could find one more?
We're so close. We are so close. All those hours grinding with 15 adventures left. Will we get a shiny in this one too? We will see. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Okay. Not on this one. It's missing out for real. We could be so happy together, Yveltal. What is this tame? This is awful. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Yeah! Oh my gosh! Yes! That's crazy, dude.
At Adventure 987, I found a shiny Yveltal, and now had 7 shiny legendary Pokemon. And with only 13 Dynamax Adventures left, I decided to wrap up the challenge by exploring random legendary paths.
Ending on, like, Yveltal, though? Pretty good. But I want to shine the Tyrantrum. Dean, stop taking selfies. Get off your phone. He's, like, watching Cocomelon, I swear. iPad kid. Nothing will stop me from kissing it. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Not shiny, not shiny, not shiny.
And through most of these final DAs, not much happened. So let's skip ahead to the final DA. Dynamax Adventure
1000. It's the last one. I'm gonna grab Crocodile. They can grab Golurk, and then we can grab a... Is that more Pico on the right? Okay, don't charge it there.
And now for the last Pokemon I would encounter on this journey.
We're so close to being done. Janet, bring up the rear. Janet, is she dealt the final blow? Do we get a shiny on our last adventure? Not shiny Crocodile. Not shiny Golurk. Not shiny Morpeko. Not shiny Uxie.
And with that, I have officially gone through 1000 Dynamax Adventures in Pokemon Shield. And even though I didn't get any shinies in my 1000th adventure, I was satisfied. I was free from this challenge, and getting a shiny Yveltal as my last shiny is as close to a perfect ending as I could hope for. And after going through this many DAs as my first time experience, I don't recommend going through that many just to see whether or not you like this game mode, but from my experience, I had a good time. Yes, there were some gripes, and I never got the shiny Tyrantrum or Lanoons, but that doesn't mean I can't reclaim them later in another challenge. So subscribe if you want to see more shiny hunting content. Also, I'll be streaming Pokemon Legends ZA at launch, so hop in there, or you can wait for the videos that will be coming out eventually. And if this video hits 10,000 likes, I'll do another Dynamax Adventure challenge. And I can't think of anything that won't take longer than 500 hours, so please suggest anything to save me from myself. Thank you for watching.